boys and girls, it's me again, Jimmy the Fish, aka Opus XPN. Well, I was bored, I had some little time, and I'm gonna make a video on this circular saw that I got. I never owned a circular saw before. I've used circular saws before, but I never owned one because I never had the need for one. But now that I'm gonna start doing some work at my garage, so I felt that I needed one just to make some simple cuts on some piece of wood and stuff like that. And I didn't want to spend much, so I went and checked out what they had available, and I found this Skilsaw. This one is the 5380 model. This is $39 at Lowe's, and it comes with this blade right here. But I need to get a better blade because this blade is, it's a rip blade, is 20 teeth only, and this is for cutting with the grain or along the grain of the wood. Not recommended for cross cutting and stuff like that, or plywood and stuff like that. So this one is a 40 tooth, so it's more multi-use, plus it has the carbide tips. It's smaller teeth, they're more closer together, more teeth, so it makes cleaner cuts, and you have a more you have stronger teeth on it. The saw itself has pretty nice features. It's a 12 amp motor on it, so 12 amps is pretty decent. You can find more powerful heavy duty ones, but this is, even it says on the box here, it says full warranty house use or home use, right there. So this is for home use, do it yourself projects at home. This is not a heavy duty construction type of circular saw. It will not take that much abuse. So I didn't want to spend much, so I went with this one. I saw Hitachi there, it was very nice saw, but they had a very nice price on it. They had it down to, I think it was from $100 to $79, but I was like, I don't want to spend $79 on a circular saw that I'm not going to be using that much. So I went ahead and bought the $39 saw with a $15 blade. So this is a good combo right here because this is a multi-use blade. You can use it for cross cutting, ripping, a bunch of different uses. This is more of a diverse blade. You can use it for cutting different things, particle board, plywood, stuff like that. This one, no, and it's steel, so you hit the one of the teeth on something like a nail or a buried knot, something, you might bend or chip the tooth on this one. It's metal, so this is not probably a $4 or $5 blade. This is a $15 blade, and they have $50 blades. It depends on what you want. But while you're cutting, there's some for concrete. But I wanted something to cut plywood and a couple of studs and stuff like that. So I settled for this one. That's pretty nice, decent features compared to the one my battery saw that I have a small 4-inch, I think it's 4-inch or 3-inch little blade on it, and it's handheld, and it uses those Versapack Craftsman batteries. I bought it a long time ago. It still works, but it's a very small blade, so you can only use it for very small things, and plus the battery runs out really quick. So for the price, has nice features. You got your blade, your shields, you got your debris saw thing, you got your wrench for tightening this thing right here. You got your 90 and your 45 markers, your field of view where you're cutting. I mean, it has a nice view, there where you're cutting. You see there where you're cutting through the front, you can actually see through there and a line through there. So it has a good field of view when you're cutting. So I like that. It has a lock for the trigger, and it has for move the plate up and down. So it depends on what you're cutting. So you can have different exposure on the blade. That whatever you're cutting, you need to have very little exposure. If not, you're gonna rip it and cause splintering and stuff like that. So you're gonna have it just like half an inch or less than half an inch from the bottom of the piece of wood you're cutting. Plus you have your 45, you can cut at an angle. You don't have to cut at a 90, you can cut at 45, so you can make side cuts with it, angle cuts with it, so that's pretty neat. I mean, it's pretty standard. The only thing that I didn't like about it is that it does not have a lock for the blade. What that means is whenever you're going to remove the blade or replace the blade, you have a free spinning shaft. So what do you say? Um, so what it does is that whenever you're going to change the blade, you need to dig in the teeth into a piece of wood so you can hold it while you're loosening up the bolt there. Sorry. So that sucks because most of the ones I've used have a little button that you press and it locks the actual shaft in place so you can loosen up the bolt, but this one doesn't have that. So I mean, it's $39, right? So that's one of the features that is missing. Everything else is cool, but that's the reason I wanted the Hitachi. Hitachi had that, and you had a laser, and you had a front blower and stuff like that. Like, I mean, it was like full features, ergonomic handles and stuff. It was beautiful saw, but I didn't want to spend that much on that. So I ended up settling for this $40, $39 saw, $15 blade. So it's a good combo there, and I'm pretty satisfied with it. I'm gonna try it out once I start building my bench. Next time off, I'm gonna get a couple of days off, taking like 4 days in a row, 3-4 days in a row. When I have that time, I'm gonna start building my bench finally, putting all my tools together because on Father's Day I was a good boy for the whole year, and I got a pretty nice gift for Father's Day. Got a drill press, a Craftsman drill press. I was pretty impressed with it because they knew I wanted some tools, and they said, "What do you need?" Well, I need that and that and that, but don't worry about it. I will get it because you never know. So they surprised me with a Craftsman drill press. Very nice, I think it's a 10-inch drill press. Very nice press. And I have already gotten a grinder and a bandsaw and a bench sander and stuff like that. So I mean, I got most of my power tools together there, but this one didn't have it. So that's a pretty cool little saw. I mean, Skilsaw makes good products, pretty decent. I mean, it's part of the Bosch company. I mean, of course, Bosch, makes excellent saws. So it's a decent entry level saw, circular saw. I also got some pin hammers. I didn't have any pin hammers. I only had one of those claw hammers and a little small sledgehammer, but I needed a pin hammer because I'm going to be pinning some pins on my handles. So I got this 8-ounce, I think it's an 8-ounce pin hammer. This is an Eastwing, made in the USA. Nice. And I got the 24-ounce pin hammer. These bastards were expensive. This was like $29. I think it was $29, $24. They were like, like $50 for both hammers alone. So they're pretty expensive hammers. So I was like, wow, they're expensive. But these are used for different things, not just the claw hammers are nice for hammering nails into the wall and stuff like that. But these ones are specialized for pinning and also for when you're using chisels and stuff like that. This metal, the metal they use on these hammers, is stronger than the regular claw hammers, and it has they have different weights on them, so it depends what you're using it for. So there's kind of specialized hammers, and they are going to be used for doing some things with some steel rods and some other stuff. So I need to get some. I just got the small one first, but I was like, well, I'm gonna need to chisel heavier stuff, so I got the large one too. They're pretty nice hammers. Really like them. They're all steel construction all the way to the bottom, and it has this shock absorber type of handle on it. All the pretty nice hammers, and they're made in the USA, so that's a nice thing also. So this is some stuff that I recently got. I got some other stuff all waiting for me just to put it together, and but I just haven't had the time because I don't want to start it and just leave it half-ass. I really want to start it and finish it. Like it's gonna take me probably like 2 days, maybe three, depending. But I want to start everything because I still have to clean up the table, the older table, and clean it up, and have to scrape off some of the grease it has and stuff like that, so I can paint it. And then a new one, I have to install a top and a shelf bottom, and a plywood, and screw it in, make the hole full of ice, and have to paint it, and I mean it's a bunch of stuff I gotta do. So I really need the time to do that, extended amount of time. Um, oh, another thing I didn't mention, it has a clutch. This thing has a washer. This washer on the front, and there's a washer through the back of the blade. Um, it acts as a clutch. So whenever this thing is spinning and it hits something and it gets stuck on something, the blade will start slipping, and the actual shaft will keep on spinning, but the shaft is gonna be completely will stop. So that will save you from burning your motor, one, and two, it will save you from kickback. So that you get very bad kickback from the hammer whenever it hits something bad. So it reduces that. So it's a pretty nice feature. It has that clutch thing in case it starts slipping too soon because you're barely hitting wood, and then it starts getting hung up or something. All you have to do is just tighten the screw there 1/8 of a turn, and you should be good to go. So that's it. That's all I wanted to show you. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you soon again.